Here at home and promising to be a hotbed of civil discourse and to mold a new kind of Israeli citizen, Shalem College will inaugurate both its campus and its academic year on October 6th. Israel's newest college is opening its doors in Jerusalem's East Talpiot neighborhood and hoping to tackle issues of Israel's Jewish and democratic character and the balance between the two head on. Earlier this week, I spoke to Shalem's Senior Vice President Daniel Gordis.
We're very excited. The opening of Shalem College is the beginning of the appearance in Israel of the very best of the Ivy League tradition from the United States. For the first time, what we have in Israel is what American students have taken for granted for hundreds of years, which is that even if you're going to study economics or history or psychology, the first thing that you're going to do is become a widely read and deeply thoughtful, educated citizen of your society. So whereas in Israel, if you study economics, economics is basically what you study. And if you study political science is almost all of what you study. The American model is that you study a whole array of things, psychology and philosophy and art and music and history and world literature, and then you major in something more specific. That's what we're doing. We're taking also elements of Columbia College's core curriculum, Yale University's directed studies program, the idea being that every single student reads the same core curriculum courses and books. Everybody's going to read the Iliad. Everybody's going to read Machiavelli. Everybody's going to read the Federalist Papers. And because this is Israel and not America, everybody is going to study the Tanakh, the Bible. Everybody's going to study Islam. Everybody will study Jewish and rabbinic thought. What we're trying to produce is a new generation of young Israelis who are widely read, deeply thoughtful, and able to help Israel navigate the questions that it's going to have to navigate in the next generation or two through a much broader-based education than Israel's ever been able to offer before.
Now, student orientation is coming up. Tell me about the student body and the features of the school that most attracted them to come to Shalem College.
One of the things that we have loved about recruiting the 50 students who are going to start with us is that they have reminded us that there is a deep reservoir of young people in this country who are very bullish on Israel's future, who care deeply about Israel being Jewish, democratic, decent, caring, and want to learn and study with people who are actually not like them. We have religious students and secular students. We have, of course, men and women. We have the children of immigrants and children and young people whose families have been here for many generations. We have a couple of people who live on the other side of the Green Line, and we have people here who won't cross the Green Line. We have Haredim. We have obviously non-Haredim. The idea of all of these people coming together to read Bible together, to talk about Zionist ideology together, to study Jewish history and Western European history together, despite all their differences, out of a shared commitment to making Israel a democratic, Jewish, and deeply thoughtful country, is, I think, exactly what the Jewish state needs at precisely this time. They're here for each other. They're here because they can get the kind of education that prior to our opening, they would have had to leave Israel to get, and now they don't have to. Here's one of the great ironies of education in the Jewish state. The people of the book produced a state with an educational system that until Shalem College opened meant that if you these books that seriously, you had to leave the Jewish state to do it. No more. We're here bringing the best of Columbia College, the best of Yale University, the best of the Ivy League schools right here to Jerusalem, to Israel's best and brightest future leaders.